I'm going to show you 7 beginners to advanced tiling tips you probably don't know. Cut on a foam mat when grinding your tiles. The last thing you want to happen when grinding through a tile with a blade or a hole cutter is for these tools to come into contact with timber or concrete. The best thing to do is have a foam mat so that when you're cutting through, you're going to cut through into a soft substrate. This helps prevent the tile from cracking as the mat absorbs the vibrations from the grinder. This is how to create a template out of jackerboard to make sure your hole cut is perfect every time. First, drill a hole out of your jackerboard in the same size hole cutter you want to use. Poke your bit of board out and put your hole cutter back on. Now, rather than just coming in with your grinder and blindly attempting to get a nice accurate cut, you can use your jig, which I'm going to put over the top of the cross to line up nicely, which means I can come in and the jig will do all of the work as I try to grind through this now. Get yourself a quick release locking nut. If you buy yourself a brand new grinder like this, it's going to come with a nut that you need a spanner to be able to undo it with, and that's all good. It's actually a little bit more time consuming having to use a spanner, but if you lose this, the amount of time I've spent trying to look for one of these to undo my locking nut, whereas with a quick release one, all you've got to do is flick it up, you lock your grinder in, twist, and you undo. It's all built into the locking nut, making your life a lot easier. Back scribe your tile to get a clean break. A lot of the time when we're scribing through our tiles, it's really hard to start at the very start of the tile. So the best thing to do is to scribe back first and then scribe through the tile to get a clean break. Use a hand polishing pad to smooth out your rough edges. After you've ground or scribed the tile, sometimes, especially on a glazed tile, you're going to end up with little fragments that have gone missing. By polishing the corner of your cut tile with a hand polishing pad, you can smooth out any of the inconsistencies on the edge of the cut. Back butter your tiles with adhesive. By doing this, you're going to make sure that your tile has a much better bond to your substrate. Don't cross-directional trowel. Doing this can cause air to become trapped beneath the tile, which then further down the line can cause stress fractures. Instead, make sure all of your trowel lines are going in the same direction. This means that when you stick down your back buttered tile, the air can escape through those trowel lines, meaning that nothing is going to be trapped beneath the tile. Although on the installation of this tile, we back buttered the tile and all of our trowel lines are going in the correct direction, the only thing we didn't do is collapse the ridges. Collapse those ridges. With your back buttered tile and all of your trowel lines going in the correct direction, we can then pop our tile down, and as well as compressing, we want to push down, we want to wiggle our tile from side to side. This only works once all of our trowel lines are going in the correct direction, so it pushes all of the air out, and then what we're doing is we are collapsing and smushing in all of those trowel lines together. What this means is that when we come to take this tile up, it's much harder to get up, and you can see that the coverage isn't just trowel lines there, but it's completely smeared across the back of the tile, meaning that there's going to be no weak points on it. If you learned something in this video, don't forget to let us know in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and if you did enjoy this video, you're probably going to like this one too.